Hello Star Souls, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Today's pick a card is inspired by the Lionsgate portal, so we'll be doing a psychic abilities pick a card reading. It's gonna be what psychic abilities should you guys focus on, what is being activated within you at this time. I feel like this year particularly and last year as well were much more potent than previous times, so I think that this Lionsgate portal will be really important in terms of our psychic awareness developing. So that's why I wanted to bring this pick a card to you guys. You'll be picking from decks, basically. This is gonna be pile number 1, the Arcanum Tarot with the lion on it. Pile number 1. Pile number 2, the Star Tarot. I love this deck so much. And pile number 3 is gonna be Tarot of Magical Correspondences, right? Yeah. Okay. Pile number 3. And of course, I'll be pulling oracle cards as well, but basically these are the 3 tarot decks and each one will be used in the different piles. Meaning each deck is for a different pile. Yeah. So let's get started. We're going to start off with pile number 1. If you notice smoke, I'm saging you guys. Okay, so pile number 1. What psychic abilities should you guys focus on? What is being activated within you at this time? I am hearing the power of love, so I think many of you are developing new levels of compassion, new levels of love, of empathy. You've healed a lot of your heart chakra. So this is a confirmation that your healing is working. It's brought improvements in your life. What abilities should pile 1 focus on? Jupiter return benefits. You guys have healed your ego is what I'm getting. Right now you guys are finding power and strength and manifestation from a place of love, not from a place of power. You see what I mean? You find power from a place of love and you're not seeking love from a place of power. That's what I see happening, because with Jupiter we've got a lot of ego here. Although Jupiter is a very positive planet in astrology, I'm picking up on a lot of ego here. So Jupiter return, it's almost like the young emperor or king has went on a journey to really develop higher morals and values. And now he's come back, and the way he's gonna run his empire, rule his empire, is from a place of heart. After the healing has taken place, I feel like your ego had to be demolished. It had to be taken down. Maybe you guys faced some competition. Something happened that triggered you, but it provoked healing. And now you're actually benefiting from peace. With your psychic abilities, more peace is entering. I'm hearing very soon you end up in a place where you're no longer gonna chase a specific outcome or a specific skill, feeling, sounding, looking a certain way. Also, for some of you who feel like you've lost certain gifts, I feel like they're returning. Okay, 7th house, partners. You invested all of your psychic energy into a partnership or a connection. It's like you connected so strongly with someone, they consumed you to the point where you could no longer channel properly for yourself or others, but only you could channel this person. Seventh house. A new journey begins in love for many of you, pile 1, and you may like my next pick a card reading, which is gonna be love oriented, especially for the ascension of soulmates. And if you resonate with twin flames, that's okay, you can still watch this reading, but I'll be focusing on the 5D ascension in connections and in relationships and soul tribes and soul family, both romantic and also friends might come through as well. It's just that I feel this 5D love is really being anchored by all the light workers at this time, and I think you guys have wrapped up a cycle of 3D love that might have awakened you, but it was still 3D love, okay? And I think you guys are really understanding a lot of your 7th house lessons, by the way, your 7th house karma and blessings, you know, karmic debts, but also karmic payoffs. You're understanding how the 7th house plays a role in this. And the 7th house is partnerships and soul contracts, collaboration. It is also our shadow self that other people mirror back to us. The 7th house is basically things that we feel like we are not, or we judge others to be such. However, we actually possess those qualities within us. That's the 7th house. So, yeah, I feel like you've done a really big, you're doing around the Lionsgate portal a really big self-evaluation, and you're understanding your love journey, your journey with your partners and how they influence your abilities. But yeah, basically a new cycle in love is beginning because with Jupiter return, it's like you went full force into something and you did a turnaround, and now you're coming back and you're arriving with fresh eyes on a situation. This is how you're actually detaching yourself from something a little intoxicating, okay? Jupiter, once again, is a very positive planet. That's why I'm saying new beginning in love, blessings in love. But Jupiter, with its expansive quality, it can be addictive, indulging. You'll be noticing how your blessings and abundance and manifestation ability, pile 1, okay, so you'll be noticing how your blessings, abundance, manifestation ability is changing depending on the people you surround yourself with. first and foremost. Second, you guys have been, yeah, that's another gift that will be awakening. You'll be creating something with your community. You'll be co-creating, you'll be manifesting something with your community, and it's almost like you are returning to a field after you left. You did evaluation, self-analysis and healing and all that. And now you're coming back with fresh gifts for your community. So your spirit guides want you to focus on anything spirituality oriented that helps you get fresh ideas to serve your community. Not because you are a servant to the community, but because I feel like it's something you will be genuinely inspired to do. Fresh gifts, fresh information, fresh projects. Some of you might be training how to merge your astral body or your etheric body. Both. Because the etheric is kind of like your, just the energy that you emanate, but then the astral body is more connected to your soul, to your higher self. It's more of that body filled with memories, okay? So you're merging these two with another person. You are training or learning how to merge your energy bodies with another person to exchange information, to create telepathy, to create synergy together. I knew it. I knew it. 12th house escape. When I was looking at Jupiter, I was thinking, Jupiter return. The old sign that Jupiter has been ruling is Pisces. I mean, Jupiter is still like a co-ruler, but that's more ancient astrology, you know, modern astrology associates Jupiter predominantly with Sagittarius, which is pretty accurate, but Pisces is still lingering in there. And with the blue colors and all that, I'm thinking Jupiter going back to its old home, or to its old consciousness, if you will, of Pisces. And now you've got the 12th house, which is ruled by Pisces, governed by Pisces. So I definitely feel like you guys will be regaining lost gifts. Be careful, lost connections might be returning to you at this time. There is just a lot of activations through past partnerships taking place. I actually want you to look at the card. I'm hearing something about finding your way back to your roots, or finding your path back to the old ways you used to do things, the old ways you used to gain information. You guys really have to revisit a spiritual routine of some kind. Maybe you outgrew it for some time, but now you should return, because there is something in there. Some knowledge, some wisdom. And for many of you, this is pretty much a past life connection coming to the front, center of your life. And many of you will be confused. So yeah, I'm getting a new relationship. So yeah, you'll be learning from old partnerships, but I'm getting a new partnership that is from a past life. And you will have to live this experience through new lenses and new knowledge that you've gained. The Lionsgate portal is allowing you to clear up karma in partnerships. And I think that the psychic abilities you will be focusing on is really accessing like these memories from previous incarnations so that you can change the narrative between you and another person. So let's get more specifics. I kind of leaned a lot into the partnerships thing. But I'm also getting some of you signing up a soul contract, which is the 7th house, with a new spirit guide or a new spiritual team. Yes, engineered. So, ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. The shadow attribute of the engineer is reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. What psychic ability you guys should be focusing on? Definitely your clear cognizant ability, the ability to understand how things are the way they are and why, in order to resolve them. Yes, I do feel some of you might be if you're signing up now I'm getting 2 scenarios, I'm sorry for that, but it's a general reading, so I hope they both resonate with different groups here. I'm getting 2 different possibilities. Some of you, because you're getting activated in love, it shows that you're abandoning too much of the logical mind playing a role in your psychic experiences, and you're connecting with this new spirit guide or a new spiritual team that is making you connect with your heart, with abstract sensations and abstract understanding of the information you're downloading. For others of you, if you've been way too abstract to the point where even you don't get what you're getting, like you don't understand it, or you have a really hard time translating psychic information and you feel a little lost when it comes to it, if you've been feeling like spirituality is more of an escapism rather than something that helps you understand yourself and improve yourself and heal, you're connecting with a spiritual team that is more grounded, more practical, still very advanced energetically and spiritually, but a little more grounded. They're giving you a way to decode psychic language. They're guiding you to information that is just very precise and to the point. Okay, so I do see like two possibilities where if you've been in on one side of the spectrum, your spiritual team, these new guides, will be balancing this out. So there is either this need to, for most of you, is you will need to focus on your heart. On your heart, and I'm pointing to my head. You will need to focus on your heart and to allow things to flow a bit more, because you've been controlling your psychic process. But that's for most of you. But there is definitely a group of you guys. I hate it when this happens. But there is definitely here a group that will be the other way around. So just take what resonates. What psychic ability is the focus? Father. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribe. Oh yes, this is very interesting. We've got a lot of beautiful masculine energy coming through. Even with the first card of Jupiter, we've got the father archetype. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. I told you guys, you will be creating something with your community. So I feel like it's time to step into your community, go back to your community. You've healed, you're ready. You no longer need to build these layers of protection and to go on these deep journeys of healing. You guys are returning after this soul retreat. After you've done deep soul retrieval, you are returning back to the active scene, the moving scene of your life. You were the observer for long enough. What psychic ability should pile number 1 focus on? What is being activated around the Lionsgate portal? No more. Okay. Okay. So the High Priestess. It cannot get any psychic air than that. Oh my gosh. The High Priestess. 12th house. A lot of Pisces, Taurus and Libra energy. So Pisces, Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius. So for some of you, this is maybe a common message that you've heard before, but it is about claiming your label as a psychic, as a High Priestess. Just literally accepting that that's part of who you are. That's part of the person you are. Because I'm getting a sense of denial or wanting to give up on your gifts because it got a little tricky or it got a little hard. or even a bit fearful for some of you. Some of you got a bit afraid of what you might be playing with. Yeah, I think that there have been energies that tried to spook you. That almost made you like give up on this path, give up on this journey. I'm hearing that the Lion's Gate portal is giving you the courage to move into the unknown with a lot of trust, you know, a lot of courage, a lot of trust. Because I'm getting that so far you've been leaning away, you've been backing away from certain gifts or even things that you are supposed to do because you were afraid that it wasn't something you know how to do. Seven of Swords. Yes, oh my gosh. You guys were ready to give this up, and it's almost like if you give up your abilities, someone else is stepping in your role, in your position. So I'm getting this play of chess happening in the astro for you guys, where if you don't take your throne, if you don't occupy your vehicle, pile one, occupy your freaking vehicle, occupy your body, because it's a game of chess. Someone else might take over. And I'm saying this with full responsibility of what I'm talking about and with full understanding that that can be a very serious message. But all of you who are into spirituality or a bit deeper into spirituality, a bit deeper into esoterica, know exactly what I'm talking about. And it is, so your weak spot used to be your inner child. Some of you did not know how to not mother your inner child, but father your inner child. Like, know when it's time to grow up, know when it's time to take responsibility. Maybe there is a overly mothering energy that you projected onto your inner child to make it feel safe and secure, but fathering your inner child, it's a different type of love. It's a bit of a tough love, but sometimes we need it. And I think in spirituality you need it to learn that some discipline, some toughness, not too much to the extreme, but you know, some of it is actually needed. The World. Yeah, definitely a cycle has been closed here. The World, this is some Saturn energy. It's definitely about being in your body, okay? With that 12th house that came out, I'm getting this to be a strong message. Nine of Pentacles and Nine of Swords. That's interesting. yeah, I feel like you should not be afraid to step into this new world, even this new field of magic or psychic work, because there's a lot of abundance in it. And I do feel like ghosts from the past have been cleared. It's almost like if you had an energy exchange with someone who left a negative imprint on you, on your body, on your energy field, that has been cleared up, okay? So this is what's going on with your psychic abilities, pile 1. I hope you listened carefully to pick up on the few moments where I actually said exactly what you should be focusing on, because a lot of the reading was, what you're supposed to do and how to navigate this. But I do remember we also got what you should focus on. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you resonated, and I hope I stuck to the main question as much as I could. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay. Pile number 2. Hello and welcome to your reading. I am seeing the swan being like a... Oof, it's getting hot in here. Being like a spirit guide, spirit animal guide, but also representing you. The swan is very pure, so... You guys have a lot of faith, a lot of hope in your psychic journey, in your psychic development. A lot of purity, a very pure divine connection, very angelic as well. And even when it comes to my starseeds watching, it's almost like you guys are dropping the duality, you're dropping the energy of light and dark, you're really focusing on just purity, on just pure angelic celestial frequencies. That's also what you should be focusing on, actually. Maybe some of you have a hard time seeing yourself as the white swan, because I was getting a black swan and a white swan. Some of you have a hard time seeing yourself as the light, but you are. There is a lot of power in the light. Pile number 2. If you've been tempted to associate your power and your abilities with the pain, the struggle you've experienced, or even the dark aspects of you, because we all have them, now it's time to attribute your power and abilities to your light qualities. You are becoming the white swan. I'm hearing princess incarnations, so some of you are embracing that you might be in this princess energy, or you're tapping into this princess-like energy. It's interesting because maybe you wanted to be the kings or the queens, but now you realize you're the princess and the princesses. So yeah. I'm hearing your spirit guide say, work with what you've got. Appreciate what you've got. What psychic abilities are being activated? What should pilots you focus on? Please. Gemini, I think. Oh my goodness, yeah, like Gemini is all about duality. But Gemini is also this young energy. I like that because I feel like your journey is becoming much more light-hearted in terms of your spiritual gifts. You're studying someone or something about you. Fourth house, roots. Maybe you're studying your ancestors. Maybe you're studying your origins. What abilities are being activated for pilots, you spirit? The ability to travel to your home planets and home constellations. The ability to open portals for yourselves, almost like portals outside of time. It's almost like you guys are developing a weird manifestation gift of stealing moments out of time. It's like you're trying to slow down something. Some change or progression, you're slowing it down, you want to move as comfortably as you can through this. And you have this ability, oh my goodness, pilots, you have this ability to kind of like communicate or compel people into acting in certain ways. So events happen in a certain way, and then things happen in divine order for you. So pilots, that's almost like if you really desire something, you really think it and you're like, please say this, say this, say this, have this idea as me. And then the person has that idea and they're like, let's delay the travel, or well, let's go to this coffee shop or something like that. And you're like, that's exactly what I wanted. And when that happens, when you go to that coffee shop or the travel has been delayed, it works in your benefit with some type of synchronicity happening when the event takes place. So you go there and you meet an old friend you wanted to meet, or you were thinking about and you were missing them, but you didn't want to text them, and they're right there. Because you wanted to delay the date or something, and the other person communicated your desire first. You see what I mean? It's like you manifest through implanting your desires into your family's thoughts, your friends' thoughts. Somehow you do that. and this is some with Gemini, it's this like young energy, light-hearted energy. Definitely, I feel like you guys are accessing some fun gifts. Oh my gosh, yeah, something like fun and you're getting playful with it. You're like, I'm gonna manifest a free cup of coffee today. Like, that's the type of energy I'm getting. Oh my goodness, but that's actually amazing. Telepathy is definitely something you're developing. With pile number 1, they had telepathy, but it was with very specific soulmates, very deep karmic connections. With you guys, it's almost like you develop telepathy with the general collective, but also your thoughts are a little dominating. So it's almost like in a circle of friends, in a friend group of yours, your thoughts and even your mood is dominating the energy of that group, the mental space of that group. They really feel you, and sometimes they would know it's you, but other times they wouldn't. And they would be like, where is this coming from? Like, that's a weird vibe. Suddenly the mood shifted. That's because your mood shifted, piles you. And actually, Spirit is saying that you're developing this ability because now you can improve the mental processes of your family in your home. You could actually use this to provide them with healing or healthier thoughts. Okay, I don't know who this is meant for, but I do feel like you are, in a very childlike manner, discovering your abilities alongside with a friend or maybe a sibling, but I feel like a sibling would be for a very, very, very few of you. I feel like for most it's a close friend that you have that sibling type of bond with each other. But do you know the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other because they're like the same person? That's what I think of when I look at Gemini. So I really feel like you're meeting someone maybe online or maybe in your friend group. Someone is coming in. It's like, you are me and I am you and we are each other. What is going on? This could be even a roommate with the 4th house. You may live with this person. Number 2, what abilities should you guys focus on? Oh god. Oh, come on. Okay. The moon, your soul. I'm getting soul gifts, your craft, your amulets, something with creating amulets or talismans. This is a soul gift from Babylon. Some of you are tapping into some ancient forms of astrology or very ancient esoteric systems to study the soul. You'll be studying this. You know, I'm looking at the tree, but I don't think it's simply Kabbalah. Kabbalah to me is kind of like not so ancient. It's kind of like modern, Western esoterica, honestly. It's not Kabbalah. It is something older than that. I feel like maybe it's like Babylonian astrology, cosmology. Yeah, I really feel like you'll be studying the constellations, and actually right now your guides are saying a focus on the ability to select information. That's like a psychic gift to teach yourself, to guide yourself through your studying process. You guys are, I'm hearing, You are retracing your soul's journey or things you've studied in a very ancient past incarnation. Right now you're just retracing the steps, so it's gonna happen much quicker than you. You guys are finishing something. You guys are finishing a journey from a past life, a study from a past life, developing of a skill from a past life, and it has to do with studying some type of system, spiritual system. Maybe you'll be creating your own esoteric or spiritual system. You're modernizing something very ancient. What should pile number 2 focus on? Monk, Nun. Light attribute, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. This is crazy. Shadow attributes, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. I'm probably not pronouncing this correct, but look at them, the monk and the nun. Look at Gemini. Speaking of dropping duality, pile 2, at the very beginning of your reading, you've got a lot of cards showcasing this mirroring duo energy. Yeah, I do feel like many of you might be creating this new esoteric system that is inspired by old teachings or very traditional teachings, and you're making that system much more liberal. Single-minded dedication to spirit. Okay, first of all, it's getting hot. Second of all, pile 2, okay, be a little careful, because I'm getting, you're able now to like read minds, and it's almost like you're about to steal someone's idea before they get to do it, because you're that quick and you reach the information first. I'm getting you don't wanna create a race about who gets there first. With Moon and Soul, this to me is about originality. So pile 2, really focus on these gifts that come naturally to you from past lives. Be careful with your inspirations, okay? Maybe pull away a little bit from studying other people, or try to be objective when you do it. Because I'm getting a spirit is trying to help you see your own gifts, your personal gifts, but some of you are too stuck on observing someone else. We all have different spirituality, and I think that is very, very valuable. I think some of you may have a different approach on galactic history. Don't disregard it, don't scratch it as something impossible or something incorrect just because it wasn't confirmed. I feel like with your abilities, some of you may face a rejection, or almost as if something isn't confirmed, but you know it is this way. So I suggest you follow your hunch. Rescuer. Yeah, wow. Provides strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. You're still in a very beginning stage when it comes to how you communicate your wisdom, when it comes to how you teach your wisdom, because you yourselves are still learning so much. And you are a bit clumsy in how you teach, so you may not receive the full-blown recognition or reward for your service, for your work. But there is a sense of you gotta be selfless with what you're giving. If you're giving, pile 2, if you want to give right now to your community, if you want to contribute with your psychic abilities, you gotta do it from a selfless place. If you are in need for a reward or validation, you're not ready to give yet. Not yet. I feel like you're unknowingly bonding someone or something to you because you love it, but I just feel like you see a lot of potential for growth in a specific situation that has to do with your spiritual development, that has to do with your psychic abilities, and you see that potential for growth, and you love that idea, but you're binding it to yourself unknowingly. It's almost like you're casting spells unknowingly. You're manifesting against someone's free will unknowingly, and you can do that because you have a serpent ancestors. You're a descendant from a serpent lineage, serpent of fire, very powerful. Mayan magic is coming through, Babylonian magic. You've got that ancestry of we have all the knowledge you can take from us, but if you take from us, you are our student. That's where you come from. That's your lineage, especially spiritually, with past lives. This is where you come from. It's like your ancestors were giving a lot of resources, 8th house energy, but they expected a sense of respect. They expected and they knew that if they give, they will receive respect, and they would bind people or situations to themselves, and this way they would gain power. So, pile 2, careful there. Yeah, and I feel like for many of you, this is unknowingly because it's such a potent energy, it's overtaking you. And you're getting a taste of it, and you're not realizing the power of it. Not yet, okay? But you will very soon. You know what a huge sign of your abilities growing stronger would be? People becoming very needy of you, needy of your energy, needy of your time. People would be like, I need you. I love your energy and all that. And that's amazing. We love when people love our energy. It means that we're high vibrational. But also, sometimes we may unknowingly like bind those people to ourselves. I don't know, it's almost like you're this sweet, sweet nectar and unconsciously you know it. So yeah, I just want you to grow conscious of the fact that if you provide and you expect people to be receptive of you and validate you and reward you, you may either not receive that, or you will receive too much of it to the point where you're getting kind of worried how needy people can be of you. What abilities are being activated within pile 2 with the Lionsgate portal? What should they focus on? Seven of Pentacles. I'm hearing grow your own garden. So if you've been growing a garden with someone else, it's time to pull away. Yeah, oh my gosh, I feel like you guys, the challenges that you're facing, so many like connections where you feel like you and these other people are just clicking and you're co-creating, but I am getting that your personal power right now is very potent. It's kind of dominating the picture and you should grow a garden of your own. Because right now, oh my gosh, pile 2, you're the sun, you're like the source of energy, this nectar, and people might want to pull you into their creation. So just as you can create through others, where I explained the telepathic domination and things like that, just as you can create through them, there is always a reversed effect. There is always a mirroring effect going on. When people start to like pick up on your power, especially when these ancestral gifts start to pour in, your soul gifts from past lives, the talismans, the craft that's opening up to you, people would want to pull you into their projects because you're a powerful ally. A lot of 8th house energy that has to do with shared resources. The High Priestess. Well, pile number 1 had the High Priestess as well. But this is more about, you know what I'm getting? Start to manifest with deities or the planets. Or with your higher self with the High Priestess. But don't manifest with certain friends or family members or whatever. Because something about shared resources is your karma. And you may have like North Node in the 8th or the 2nd house and South Node in the 8th house. A lot of these houses are coming up because this is all about shared resources, self-worth, the resources of self in the 2nd house, the things you gain for you, the things you gain on your own, and then the 8th house, kind of like these blessings from other people. Seven of Swords. You've got 2 sevens. Please work with the planets. I'm I'm hearing some of you had a grandfather who lived off a feminine or who was taken care by others, and this really hurt his pride. This is like some ancestral karma that you'll be healing by having your own things. I'm getting that you guys, look how your crown chakra is expanding and reaching the moon. You're getting a lot of wisdom from the elders. With that Gemini energy, you may feel like you're not respecting the elders, or you may feel like you are not respecting ancient knowledge and wisdom. You're kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna take whatever feels right and leave the rest behind. But there is something here about missing pieces of the puzzle that your ancestors really don't want you to miss. So it's important to focus on study before you focus on teaching. Focus on practice before you focus on providing for other people. Focus on practice and mastery over your skills before you start providing them for others. And have patience with yourself. So pile number 2, these are the psychic gifts I see waking up within you. I hope you resonated and you enjoyed your reading. Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay. Pile 3, welcome. So, what psychic abilities should you focus on? I'm getting you guys are becoming warriors. A lot of feminine warrior energy, like Athene Palace or Athena, Sekhmet. You guys are my witches from Salem. You're the Amazons. You really are the female warriors. Chiron is coming through as well, the wounded healer. The center. Half human, half horse. A lot of Sagittarius energy. You have a cause to fight for, and your psychic abilities are enabling you to be a warrior. To take things in your control. Some of you are meant to get into some professional fields, such as the justice field. I'm getting some crazy energy, like becoming a pilot, becoming a martial arts teacher or student, or both. You gotta be the student to become the teacher, so. An altar who travels and explores mystery from different cultures. The Lion's Gate portal is not just awakening your psychic ability, your entire spiritual purpose to be here is being activated. And for many of you, you will need different abilities to support your purposes. But there's a deep just soul activation, just in general, like your spirit is awakening. What psychic abilities are being activated within pile 3? Earth element, stability, working with the animals, your instincts, your animal nature, but not animalistic nature, just your animal instinctual nature, primordial nature. I know this is the earth element, but I'm getting a lot of fire for you. And I'm actually getting a lot of fire in your body, in the earth element. You're infusing your body with spirit. You guys, out of all piles, are most likely to have physical symptoms. Some of you, especially if you're working like with energy in the body and martial arts, the psychic ability that is awakening within you is to isolate your focus and your energy in one specific area of your body or another person's body, to pull all the vital force of the person or you in one area, to focus and concentrate healing there. I'm hearing isolation of spirit in one area of the physical body. So I do feel like you will be extensively working with very specific chakras, or each chakra you'll be paying a lot of attention to each chakra. You won't be skipping a chakra. This is some work that's ahead of you. Sixth house routine. You are gaining such mastery over your body. You are really connecting with the intelligence of your physicality. Your spirit and your vehicle, your physical vehicle, are really working in sync together. The psychic ability that is awakening within you is definitely about health and healing. I'm getting even like some exorcism gift with that sixth house. You'll be accessing animal, plant consciousness, mineral consciousness. Gardening for you would be amazing. I feel like you can actually manifest through the matrix of plant life. You plant a seed and you talk to it This is what we are growing. We are growing abundance, we are growing health, etc., etc. And when that seed grows, when that flower grows, its matrix, its magnetic field, its etheric field is charged with your intention. So that flower or plant holds the manifestation of your idea. It's like an extra, it's almost like you program it to manifest with you and for you. So the earth is gifting you this ability to work with plant consciousness in such a way, without it being disrespectful. To use the trees, the flowers, the animals to help you without it being disrespectful. Earth is welcoming you. Earth is like allowing you to do certain things, enabling you to do certain things. And this will first manifest through you really honoring your body, being like, thank you, like really honoring your body, really deeply. Understanding its intelligence, its sacred nature. Painting and drawing of sacred geometry is also super helpful for you guys. Scorpio, I transform. Okay, shamans, hello. Welcome. Very Egyptian, if you ask me. I mean, no wonder we can see Anubis here taking care of a pharaoh at its last moments in the living world. The bees are coming up for you. You'll be connecting with bees. The Scorpio has three or four levels of consciousness and symbols representing it. So this to me is about you guys transcending your fears in the physical world. Your ability to manifest unbelievable things is being strengthened and activated. And you'll be shown how to transcend your root chakra fears. Fears of lack of money, fears of being unsafe or insecure in your body, not protected in your body, things like that. And also Scorpio is the warrior. The fixed star Antares in the constellation of Scorpio represents warrior energy. Antares. It is, I believe, either the son of Mars or the star, mythologically speaking, is connected to Mars. And Scorpio is, its co-ruler is Mars. So definitely you're becoming very powerful spiritual warriors. And alchemists with Scorpio. Alchemists, I feel like you'll be awakening to how to use herbs, how to use actual physical things and make healing potions or healing organites and just use the material to heal the spirit and vice versa. You're bridging these two. If you guys are tuning into alchemy, you can absolutely work with Anubis. What abilities should pile 3 focus on? What is being activated within them? Psychic abilities. Oh my goodness. Trickster. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm getting like... So, Trickster energy, right? Interesting card. So, we've got transcending convention. Well, transcending with Scorpio, yes. Convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Predictable behavior. Now... Scorpio, or yeah, the archetype of Scorpio. It's almost like you're looking at a soldier or at a assassin that is meant not only to know how to fight you, but in order to fight you properly, they have to read your mind to predict your behavior, and at the same time they have to know what you think they would do so that they do something else. You guys are playing, not even playing, but with that warrior energy that I was picking up on. The spiritual abilities here is that you are becoming very good at reading body language. You're becoming very great psychologists when it comes to spiritual entities. What are you guys doing? Pile number 3, I feel like you guys, so the messages I was getting when I was like, yeah, is that it's almost like y'all are going to a different planet. You're studying the consciousness and the psychology of that planet. You are trying to see how it plays a role in humanity. You're trying to predict its behaviors. You're trying to predict the behavior of the elite so you can take precaution and all that. You are reading the astral fields where the elite is playing games and where spiritual entities are trying to manipulate humanity. It's almost like you're hacking the psychology. I'm hearing the biomechanics. What are these terminologies? What the fuck? Okay, sorry. You are like predicting and hacking into the very core mechanics and dynamics and the psyche of spiritual beings, because I feel like you'll be connecting with different planetary consciousnesses, different entities from different levels of consciousness. And with the trickster, you are accessing the gift to read them properly. Are they pure? Are they not? To read their agendas. And also to hide your own mind from them. But yeah, it's almost like I'm seeing you guys leading these mental spiritual battles in different astral dimensions. Like you're visiting other worlds to lead battles there. That's what I'm seeing. And with the trickster, it's like you're learning how to avoid an attack because you have to. Liberator. I just love it when I see the card and I'm like, I just see something and my brain goes into, I know what this is. Sorry. Okay. But channeling doesn't always work like that. So for my channelers out there, or those of you who are just tapping into it, channeling is not just about, oh, I read about this, I know what this is. It's really about detaching from all the information you know and kind of like building upon it from an external place, from you, honestly, from an internal place. So light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. The shadow attributes, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. So, liberators, I mean, you guys are bringing the flame, the wisdom, the knowledge, the truth to humanity. That's why you're here. And I'm hearing, but you gotta fight the deception within yourself first. You have to liberate yourself first. You have to recognize your own imprisonment to help others do the same. I'm hearing a lot of people in your field, whatever your field is, or your field of interest, will, I mean, they won't show consciously their true colors, but you will see their true colors. And you might be shocked why certain people still follow them or listen to their promises and things like that. Because when we have the earth element and Scorpio, and then the 6th house of Virgo, it's like you guys are basically, like, your spiritual purpose, as I said, has been activated. Not necessarily the gifts. I mean, we already spoke of certain gifts, but here I'm getting more of a dynamic of your spiritual purpose where you can no longer tolerate any sort of imposed control. So you would do anything to free yourself from it. You're definitely not here to play by the rules, Pile 3, and I can see that very clearly being activated by the Lionsgate portal. It's almost like you're waking up of a hypnotic trance. I know that's weird, or maybe you're like, what is she talking about? But it's almost like you trusted something so much, or you were hypnotized by something and you're waking up from the trance and you're like, now I see. Now I see, like with my 3 eyes, I see fully. This is also definitely about seeing the other side with your physical eyes, not just with your mind's eye. Clairvoyant ability is waking up here. I'm getting something about creating frequency. You might be using a specific instrument or something, but also some of you might start to understand or speak light language or understand messages in simple melodies or frequencies. You're like, I'm getting messages here. I'm getting like an encoding in here. What psychic abilities are being activated within pile 3? Princess or Page of Swords. I'm hearing too good to be true. 4 of Swords. Yeah, your ability to concentrate will be improving. Your ability to meditate will be improving. Because you very much need that. I'm hearing go to a beach or a place where there is sand. Connect with the sand. That's important. But definitely something you guys with literally the chemicals in your body is aligning. It's coming into alignment. Oh my goodness, wait a second. You can, yeah, your body is becoming very intelligent. You can no longer tolerate substances that are just not good for you. What psychic ability, Spirit? Interesting. 7 of coins and 8 of coins. Did I mention already you guys connecting with Earth very strongly, because that's what's coming? I'm hearing, but again, that's not like an ability being activated. It's more of a spiritual journey, okay? I'm just getting that your body will enable you to do the spiritual things you were supposed to do that you couldn't in the past. For example, you couldn't concentrate to meditate long enough. You couldn't do yoga. You couldn't stop eating meat or things like that. Something about your body is coming into alignment, and that's it. Like, that's that. Some of you are actually building that body of the future human. You're like laying the foundation for it. And that is very far into the future, but you're doing this. I'm getting ritual. Ritual work will be very powerful for pile number 3. Where you really use your senses, your 5 senses to manifest. You use the smell and you use the texture on your skin in order to create an atmosphere and manifest this way. Sexual liberty is coming through as well with Scorpio. Yeah, a lot of pent-up energy in your body, you guys, that you can use for creation and manifestation. So pile number 3, that's all I'm getting for you. I hope you resonated. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Definitely let me know in the comment section below. And happy Lionsgate portal. I hope I contributed some way, somehow, to a better understanding of these energies and just clearing maybe some confusion for you guys. Clearing up some of it. Maybe not all, but still. Thank you. Sending you lots of love, and I will see you next time. Bye.